Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to On Point. This episode, I'm going to go over why I didn't buy a brand new bow this year. Typically, every year, I switch it up. I buy a new bow. Typically, my favorite bow from all the bow reviews is the one I buy. But this year, I stuck with my Evoke 31. So, why did I do that? And I really fell in love with one bow this year. It was the Stealth Mach 1 by PSE. All the other bows, I just didn't feel like there was much of an improvement for the price cost. And I didn't feel like there was much of a performance or shootability factor for me to make the switch. The reason I like the Stealth Mach 1 so much is that the grip felt amazing, the draw was there, all the specs were there, the ATA, the brace height, everything that I like as a shooter was there. It just was a little slower, quite a bit slower than my Evoke 31. So instead of spending that money, I'm going to put that money towards more hunts that I saved and just try and get more opportunities for hunting this year. And that was a big factor for me. The performance wasn't there, and with a few of the hunts that I have coming up, definitely could use the extra money. So from not buying a new bow that I technically did not need. So this year, what I do want to go over is, what am I switching up with my setup from last year? So I added a back bar, and this is a Spyder's basically beefed up bracket that they just came out with recently, and I got quick disconnects on both front and back. That's different. I've never ran a back bar ever, and I just wanted to see what it was all about. And after shooting, a few thousand shots with it, my opinion is that I hold better downrange for sure. I level off quicker. I can get through my shot execution quicker. I have a little bit better shot execution just because everything's just a little steadier, a little slower, and it just feels like I'm a better shot with it. So I did notice a definite benefit. It was pretty easy to set up. All I did was pull back like you would set your peep. Eyes closed, look through the peep, and then see where my bubble was, and then move my bar accordingly, and then just see how it felt on the shot. So that's how I set that up. Took maybe 10 minutes, and then I was on my way. Another change I have this year is my HBC. So I've been shooting this for a couple years now. That is a Hinge Release by True Ball, and this is a really awesome release. It's a little heavy. It's pretty heavy, but it's a really awesome release. It helps me get better shot execution. In Alabama last year, I used this for the first time instead of my short and sweet, which I've been using for eight years, maybe more, and basically never got a better shot execution on a live hunting scenario. So that was really an addicting feeling, having just a perfect shot execution on an animal. So what I wanted to do is just repeat that and carry it into elk season this year, deer season, and just see if I can't keep it rolling. The drawback to this is wind. I'm probably a little harder of a shot execution on wind. With a wrist rocket, you can actually just punch the release in the wind. Sometimes it's necessary. It's not great habit to be doing, but it's definitely easier to make a better shot in the wind with the wrist rocket. Well, this, I can still get around that. I can't really punch it and still hit where I want because it just changes the dynamic of my shot, and the arrow doesn't fly behind the pin. It just doesn't do it if I punch this. So it still forces me to stay in the shot, and it still forces me to make a really good shot execution, and that's what I'm really after. So I'll shoot a couple of 80 real quick. I'll shut up and just send some arrows down range. We'll go walk down there, and hopefully we can keep them in the orange. I'm shooting at some tape. Probably it's a little bit bigger than a dollar bill. And that sun, what sucks about filming out here in the morning is that sun is just right in your eyes. So your peep's kind of messing with you, the sun's messing with you, the glare's messing with you. And I'm trying to think of any other excuses I've got, but that's really about it. Woo, that sounded good. So that's what we're looking at there. About four fingers apart, so about 4 inches probably. Well, probably less than 4 inches, but get on this side here and see if I can't get in there. But that's definitely smaller than a dollar bill. So that's dead elk, dead deer, probably a dead squirrel at that range. But so yeah, guys, that's why I'm keeping my setup. Just it's not all about gear. Sometimes you got to buy opportunities and go on extra hunts and just have extra adventures. And if the performance isn't there for that year, why make the switch? So this is the way I'm shooting right now. This is a pretty standard group at 80. I've always been trying to keep it in the circle, and 90% of my groups, they're usually right in the circle or right around it. So every once in a while you have a flyer a little bit, but that's what I'm here to do, is get better. So outside of that, guys, appreciate you watching. If you please subscribe, hit that bell icon, get the upload notifications, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.